Coming up, Andrew Garfield dons the Spidey suit again in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Being Spider-Man? Everything.
Thanks very much for checking out R&B Reviews, where we try to give informative and introspective reviews of movies that are in theaters as well as out on DVD or streaming. I'm Rob, and as you can guess, the sequel picks up where the first film left off. Peter Parker enjoys being Spider-Man and swinging around New York and saving people. But soon, Parker has a lot of conflicts on his plate. For example, Parker is in love with Gwen Stacey, played by Emma Stone, but he promised her father that he would keep away from her as long as he's Spider-Man. He also has to live up to the reputation that Spider-Man brings hope, and a lot of citizens feel that Spider-Man is a menace. But things kind of get worse with the addition of an electrical blue villain, Electro, played by Jaime Foxx, and Parker's old friend, Harry Osborn, returns to Parker's life.
You remember me?
Of course I remember you. You have my eyes and ears.
How did you forget me? You lied to me.
No, I'm trying to help you. Let me help you.
Now, I could not wait to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2 because I really enjoyed the first one. I know a lot of people gave it some flack, either because it was a reboot or that the actors were too old to be playing characters that were in high school, but I really liked that that movie was a character-oriented film, and for me it showed, what could happen if the Spider-Man world took place in a somewhat realistic setting. While Amazing Spider-Man 2 had some good, dramatic moments, I did not feel it was quite as good as the first one. The problem that I had with the first Amazing Spider-Man was that the action scenes were a bit of a letdown, but here director Marc Webb steps up his game, and the action scenes are terrific. We get to explore the mystery of what happened with Parker's father, and I really enjoyed the sequences with Harry Osborn, and the actor who played him I thought did a very terrific job. My favorite moments with this movie, I think, were the conversations that Peter has with other characters in each of the subplots. We learn more about Parker, what he's going through, and it allows his human side to shine. I mean, like I mentioned, he wants to be in a relationship with Gwen, but he fears that being Spider-Man will bring danger to her. And the chemistry between those two actors I thought were excellent.
I had a traffic thing.
Did your traffic jam have anything to do with being, I don't know, shot at by machine guns?
Yeah. Oh, that was implying.
I also liked how Spider-Man interacts with people that he saves. I think that's more than what Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man did. But the problem that I had with this sequel was I thought it was a little bit overstuffed. There's a lot of subplots going on as well as characters. I mean, we got we got Parker and Gwen's relationship. We get Peter Parker wanting to know more about his parents. There's Electro. There's a lot of stuff with Harry and his relationship with Peter. And even the Rhino makes an appearance in the movie. Now, personally, I did not find Electro to be a very interesting villain. Before Electro becomes Electro, I felt like the character was more of a caricature rather than a character, as he's portrayed as this somewhat nerdish, awkward, obsessed Spider-Man fan. I actually preferred Harry Osborn over him because I felt like that character had much more weight, and I could see parallels between him and Peter Parker.
Harry Osborn. You're going to want to see this. Osborn. Get you under surveillance. Why? Isn't that the question?
And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Spider-Man 2 yet, and if you don't want to hear what I'm about to say, you can turn the volume down for the next 10 seconds starting now. Now, if you paid attention to the trailers, that you know that Harry becomes the Green Goblin, but he does this rather late in the film and for just like one scene. I really would have liked to have seen him as that character more. Now, I thought that the ending was tacked on, and the movie itself could be a little bit long, but still I thought The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a good, well-acted character drama filled with well-written, quiet scenes, improved action, and special effects. So I am going to give this movie a see it in theaters rating. I just don't think it's as good as the first Amazing Spider-Man, and I do feel like it was a little bit overstuffed and a little bit too long here and there. All right, and anyway, I know I complained about the ending, but there are supposed to be at least 2 more Spider-Man movies based on what I read, so obviously the series will continue. I heard that Marc Webb said he's not going to direct the 4th film, but he's hoping to be sort of like an executive producer on it. And I heard that some of the villains are supposed to get their own spin-off film. Again, go on the internet, you can find those stories. All right, now it's your turn. What did you think of The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you hate the reboot and you still hate this one? Post your comments and any feedback that you have about the movie or about this review. And if you're interested, go ahead and go to the main R&B review page and check out some of the other reviews that we've got, and consider being a subscriber. Thank you very much for watching.